Afternoon, guys. It's hotter than the 2-for-1 special at the Mustang Ranch in Nevada. You can imagine what you get for a twofer, right? Anyway, happy Thursday afternoon, Choochin, guys. I had a lot of people say, Rosie, you know, we haven't heard anything about Sergeant llbuster today. Well, that's because I played hooky the last few days. Monday and Tuesday, I generally don't go to the gym on my day off. We've been doing the renovation thing, and my God, guys, when Sergeant llbuster saw me, now if you don't know, Sergeant llbuster was worked at Camp Lejeune, North Carolina, and one of her things was training for Marine Corps preparation, and how did she put it, physical development for Marine Corps readiness and training. And her big thing is optimal fitness. Like, she sees me come in, and I think she knows, like, this might be a trans girl, right? Because you know, I'm doing a few more push-ups and stuff than the genetic girls, and you know, she looked at me and just looked at me like I'm Mrs. Stay Puft Marshmallow. And she made a comment the other way, I'm surprised you can even get down on the floor with the size of those those things. I thought, you know, good Marine Corps cheer. I'll laugh. You know, I'll go, what the hell are we doing here? We dickered? We're like double dickered here. Whoopi never got double dickered. Are you serious? There we go. I figure, okay, I'll go along with the Corps, you know, and all that. And everybody's calling her Sarge, walking around. And her thing is be tough, right? Be ready for action. Be ready for the moment. And I made a joke like, you mean when the zombie apocalypse happens, right? And she didn't even break a smile. She's just like, really, Rosie? Okay. She let one of those long pauses. It's just like enough to shame you back in line. Get down and give me 20. So I showed up today after being hooky on this 30-day body reshaping challenge. Like, really? Like, I got a ghost of a chance of pulling this thing off, right? Because I know you guys like me with a little bit of meat on my bones, right? You're not ready for the rough and ready Rosie and shit. So, you know, kind of tough duty today when I showed up, and she looked at me like, well, she said real loud at the class, look who's back. It's good old Rosie, with an emphasis on the old. It's like the being Thursday, the canned dicks are all in full force today, collecting their pesos and dinero and everything. Oh God. Last time I came around this corner, this truck almost took my ass off, right? Gotta be careful. You know, these guys getting a little bit of shade here. And she's like, well, there's old Rosie again. Rosie, I want you to come up to next to me today, and I want you to help lead the class. I'm wondering if I'm all tucked in good, right? You know, because I wear my sweats and stuff, right? And I'm wondering, hoping I'm all tucked and everything like that, and get up in the front of the class. And I'm doing my best to put a little bravado on it, like, yeah, let's move, tough, Marine Corps tough. And I say that nice and loud, and all of a sudden she looks over to me. Rosie, were you in the military? I said, no, you know, I just barely missed the Vietnam War and all this. So she's like, well, just stow it. She said, look, if you're not in the military, don't try to be military here. She's like, Rosie, really, tone it down. So I figured I'm in the deep end of the pool. She said, let's lead them in jumping jacks. I figured, you know, whoa. Jumping jack. Whoa, Mandy, where are you going? Oh, whoa. Wait up. I'm like, you know, I'm thinking to myself, shit, jumping jacks are for their A and B cup girls. You get up to C and D, and you get up to double D like I have, and you could do yourself some serious, like, brain and facial damage up and down, and I don't wear a bra. And on thinking back on it, I know that's the reason. She told me to do the jumping jacks to make me think next time, you know, wear a sports bra. Because after we did 20 jumping jacks and my tits are like almost knocking me out of my face. She's like, remember the importance of proper attire when you come to the gym. And everybody's laughing because, you know, all the girls are watching my tits go up and down and everything, right? But they shouldn't laugh too much because a lot of theirs are down on their knees and stuff like that, right? Get out of that garbage. Holy shit. So we finished doing the workout today, and she pulls me aside and says, Rosie, I just want to say something. You're an awful good sport for doing this today. And I tell you once again, honey, she called me honey at that point, the things I could do to whip that body into shape would be beyond belief. And you can put me on your training staff for the value price of $100 a month. You'll have me dedicated for 1 hour a week on here, and I'm thinking to myself, I need this shit like a hole in there, right? Buenas tardes, right? Head on through. There we go. Got the whole crew, right? It's a good argument for birth control, this neighborhood, you know? Oh my God. Anyway, I was a good sport about it today, and she took, you know, so she gave me the hard sales job. I told her, you know, the no dinero. I don't have a lot of free money, and I'm not sure if I'm going to continue to Chooch after October. So, all right. Attention soldier, I stood there and pushed my chest out. She's like, you mean to tell me you're going to let that body go to seed? Well, I said, I don't think it'll exactly be gone to seed, you know? I said, you know, I do my walking every day, and I try to do some exercise. Buenas tardes, I try to do some exercise and all that shit. So she said, nope. Walked me over to the counter. I really want you to think about re-upping for another stint in the gym here. I said, I'll think about it over the weekend, because I want to get Jen up to the Y, you know, to do some water therapy and all that kind of stuff. So we will see. Anyway, guys, that's my sergeant story today. You say hi. There's another guy could use a little workout here. And yeah, afternoon. There we go. I thought it was a guy. My bad. Sorry, honey. Have a good afternoon, everybody.